Page 6, March of the Palace Guards. This is kind of a review piece to review everything that you've learned in Book 1. Not everything is in here, but a lot of it is. Just make sure you still remember things, because you need to remember it all. That's the problem with learning music. You're not allowed to forget anything. I mean, you can forget the pieces. They'll come and go. But the symbols and the names of the notes and all that, you got to remember all that. You're always welcome to go back and play through Book 1 again and again and again just for the fun of it. I've done that many times with books. I just play through them for the fun of it. However, let's talk about these guards and what they're up to. Going to go through my process for learning a piece of music, and you develop your own process in time, that's fine. I look it over, I see it's 1 page long. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature, and we got a bunch of quarter notes and half notes and whole notes with bunch of rests stuck in there. The hands are playing at the same time, so I'm going to take it one hand at a time first to make sure I can get each hand working, and then I'll try and put them together, and then we'll see what happens. Right hand, starting third finger on E, is here. You're here. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Isn't this fun? They're all E's. Let's go down to the second line, third measure. So it's here, 2 F's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the most part, that's the right hand, because the rest of it's similar to that. Left hand, well, they don't give you a finger number. I don't know why. I think that's an error. It should be a 1 under that C, because you're in this position. So you play the C with 1. And it's the same rhythm we had. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't this fun? Okay. Second line, now we're doing something. We got here, then a B, A, G. Make sure you know the names of these notes in the music. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, a half note gets 2 counts in 4/4 time, because it's the same as 2 quarter notes. Okay. And for the most part, that's the left hand. So let's put them together and see what kind of a mess this is here. We got here and here. So we're in the middle C position. And it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the first line pretty much. Second line, the right hand's got E's mostly, but the left hand's doing something. So it's here, then here, here, and then here, and then here, and here. Hold the right hand down. It's a whole note. This is a whole note. You're going to hold it down. Some more. Okay. You put the hands together. Then go back through and get rid of the hesitations. Take it any speed you want, nice and slow, but no hesitations. And try and get where you don't have to look at the keyboard to play this. Keep your eyes on the music. You want to develop that feel for where the notes are and where your fingers are, to remember which key a finger is on. See, they don't give you a speed yet. They'll get around to telling you how fast to go eventually. Right now, it's pretty much up to you. You can imagine people marching. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That's about how fast you could take it. That's fine. It's an approximate. It's not an exact speed. Just however you feel it. A few more cups of coffee, I'm sure I'll feel it a lot faster. Then I want to talk about the interpretation. Well, speed is part of interpretation. But again, we get the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, these are the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Like in the second measure, that second beat in the second measure is not as loud as the others. The others have a natural accent. And then the second line on those is 1, 2, feel it. 1, 2, 3. Feel these. I'm exaggerating so you can hear them better, but you just want to feel this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll come across if you'll feel it. The audience will pick it up. They will hear it. Now, there's no words to this, so if you want to try and figure out the phrasing, it's up to you. You'll notice the first line and the last line are the same, pretty much almost the same. The rhythm's very similar, except maybe the last measure. Well, the first line is what we call an introduction. it introduces the piece. It sets the mood. It sets the harmony. You're getting ready to start it. And then the actual piece starts in the second line. That's where the melody comes in. So there's no real melody on the first line. It's an introduction can have a melody, but in this case this doesn't. This is just more of a rhythm. It's like the drums beating. The last line is the same thing. It's like just a melody. There's no real melody. The piece itself is the middle two lines. That's where the melody is. That's where you're really after. So we haven't got to the terms yet. Maybe you will someday, I don't know. But the first line we'd call an introduction, and the last line we'd call a coda, because it's like a tail piece. The real piece is actually the middle two lines. So if you want to lift up on the phrasing, I'm guessing again that it's, well, listen to the melody. What do we have? That's like one thought here. Now, if that's the melody, I don't know. Maybe the right hand's melody. It's kind of a boring melody, so I think I'm going to go with the left hand as the melody. But the point is, the whole second line is one thought. So I'm going to connect it all together, and at the end of the line, I'm going to lift up. Just lift up. It's like taking a breath. Then at the end of the third line, I can lift up to go into the coda, which is the last line. So the third line is that. Lift up. It's a little more of a lift. See, when you're repeating notes, you have to lift up. But this is a little more. It's a little more than that. If you want to try putting in the phrasing, that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. Just play what's there. Now notice in the second and third lines, I'm connecting the left hand. I can't connect the right hand, they're repeated notes. See, well, my point is, I'm not lifting up in one hand just because I had to lift up in the other. I connected it. That's it, part of interpreting the music. Whether you connect the left hand or not, or that's part of interpreting the music. You decide what you like better, and if you like it disconnected better, then disconnect it. Maybe one time you play it one way, and another time you play it, try another way. Experiment. There's different ways of interpreting the music, and that's kind of what the fun of music is. It's just it's more than what's written on the page. Let's play this together very slowly and double check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 4. Rest, 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 rest. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Rest, 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 rest. 2, 3, 4. Off.